All right, y'all, who's ready for today's epic battle between needle pullers and pliers? This comparison video, product review video, was born out of a previous video that I posted here on YouTube. I had posted that I had discovered these needle pullers that I really wish I had when I was working on a project and I was really struggling to pull the needle through multiple layers of fabric. And so I was sharing this new to me sewing tool, and multiple people commented that they just use pliers. And I don't know why I didn't think about that. I mean, I think I was kind of on the same wavelength as Dritz, who was the one who made this. I had tried a jar opener. I was thinking that I just needed a better grip. So when I discovered these, I was like, oh, that totally makes sense to me. I was surprised at myself of why I didn't just think of pliers also. So because this seems like a pretty common tool to use when people are struggling pulling a needle through multiple layers of fabric, I thought I would do a comparison direct head to head. So we have our needle pullers, we have our plier, we have our sewing needle, and we also have some thick fabric that we can use to test. So let's get on closer and we'll do the comparison. All right, we've got our setup. We have our fabric. This is outdoor fabric, so it's pretty thick. We have our needle pullers and we have our pliers over here. This is my sewing needle that I was going to use. We'll use it right now with just our hands to get a good baseline of how hard it is without any of these tools. I'm already having trouble just pushing it through. Okay. So this is the part I typically have trouble with, getting it through like where the eye tries to get through the fabric. So let's just, okay, this is a real struggle. Hang on. Okay, so let's do that a couple more times. Maybe that was just a fluke. And I know I'm working in not the greatest part of the fabric because it's the end here. So maybe we'll try to come up a little bit. Okay. Okay, that was a little bit easier. So definitely, I mean, maybe because I want something tough. Let's stick to the bottom. My hand is already cramping. Okay. Okay, so I feel like that was a pretty good. If I had to do that over and over, which again, I know I wouldn't because this is this part of the fabric, but I just want to do a worst case scenario, something that is more difficult than what is in, for what is in here. Doing this, yeah. It was a little bit of a struggle. I also don't want to make too many holes in my fabric. So let's go ahead and keep it here because this is where the toughest part of the fabric is. So at this point, let's try. My hand is seriously cramping. Okay, so let's try this one with the needle puller. That was pretty effortless. Let's do a couple more. Oh, you know what? I might have missed a layer, so let's do that again. Let's do a do-over. I have help from the table here. By pushing the needle through. Okay, let's come out right there. Let's use our needle puller. Yep. Okay. Should we do one more just for good measure? Once more. To make sure the first two were not flukes. Okay. Okay. I feel like I have a pretty good idea. I would definitely prefer this over just my hand. So it's already a winner in my eyes. But let's try this with pliers. I'm going to try to go to a place where I haven't touched. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's not too easy to pull through. Okay, that wasn't bad. Oh, bonus if yours is magnetic. Okay, that's actually a really good bonus. I mean, I don't know how many times you'll have a loose needle and pliers, but safety, anything for safety, I'm a fan of. All right, let's try that again. Okay, we're coming through. Pull that through. Do you normally go, those of you who use pliers, do you normally go horizontally or do you pull it up like that? This hurts more, my hand already, but let's try it this way. Okay, that pulled through. gonna do it one more time. This is more intuitive to me, so I'm just gonna do this. You know what? That's actually a really close call. I'm gonna do one more, because that's really close. I don't know. I'm trying to just justify if... Let's use the needle pullers. I'm trying to justify an additional thing, because you probably already have pliers around the house, you know? Oh, this one's tough. I still wiggled there. Let me try that again, if I can get to the same... Oh, now the magnetic is working against me. I'm gonna see if I can do that same spot again. I think it's because I way loaded up the fabric here. I'm gonna do that same thing with the needle puller. Okay, I think I have determined the final winner. You just saw a direct comparison using a needle puller versus a pair of pliers. They both do the job, and they are both way better, much more preferred than just using my hands. The edge for me goes to the needle pullers. They are less bulky. This is heavy. I mean, it's heavier than these. And you have to hold this tool a very specific way in order to use them. There are more ways for you to be able to handle the needle pullers, whether you pull it like this or you can grab, like I just feel like these are a little bit less clunky. That's what I'm trying to say. These are less clunky to use than pliers. Pliers will do the job. One more point towards the needle pullers is that I was reading from your comments online that sometimes with the pliers you end up with broken needles. I don't see that happening with this type of material. So one more point goes to the needle pullers. So I will say, if you are on the hunt for something and for whatever reason pliers aren't working for you, look into these tiny little discs. They hardly take up any space. Get them on the lower end of the price point. I just Googled it right now and I saw prices ranging from like $3 to $10. Definitely like do not pay $10 for these. I don't think you need to pay $10 for these. Just as a rule of thumb, I never buy anything full price at Joann. I happen to get these at Joann. Quick tip, these were in the quilting section. I was driving myself crazy trying to find these in the hand sewing section. I spent like 20 minutes up and down the same 2 aisles not being able to find these. Go to the quilting section and you'll find these there. If you are doing these a lot, probably worth it, I would say, but if you're doing it every once in a while, I don't know if it's worth it for a special trip out to buy these. Just stick with your pliers. I think you'd be okay with that. But if you're doing this a lot or you happen to come across these and they're closer to that $3, $4 mark, then I would say spring for these. So that's it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. Do you think that you would try these now? Oh man, when I was Googling it, I saw that they have something similar to these, but they're made for on your finger. They're like little finger gloves that you put them on and they're needle pullers. I don't know, there are so many tools on the market. Let me know what you think of this video, subscribe for more. And if you've ever wondered about how any other tool works, let me know and I might just try it out on this channel. Talk to you soon, bye.